Erwin was a longtime, much-loved, and highly respected member of the Movin Out Board of Directors. Sadly, he passed away in August 2019. He lived in downtown Madison in his own affordable apartment, reflecting on Movin Out's mission. He was an advocate, a writer, and an educator, teaching about mental illness, recovery, the power of peer support, and the importance of reducing stigma. He was active in numerous community organizations, and he was a powerful advocate for encouraging people with disabilities to vote and continue their education. His work related to mental illness extended across the country and internationally, including in Scotland and Japan. His presence and activism are greatly missed.
Hi, I'm Catherine Auerbach, the Executive Director of Movin Out. Ed was a wonderful person who I had the pleasure of getting to know. His sense of humor left a room filled with smiles. His advocacy in supporting individuals with mental illness outlives him. At Ed's memorial service, Bob Nowanitsky shared this about Ed. Ed's impact on people and systems is immeasurable. He changed the arc of the Dane County Human Service System and systems around the country. He changed the policies of numerous institutions and programs, but most of all, he had a huge personal impact on us and everyone that had the good fortune of knowing him. In Ed's memory, I'm honored to share this year's winner for the 2020 Ed Erwin Memorial Award, Luann Simpson. Luann's work in advocacy echoes the philosophy that Ed shared with us all during his lifetime. I'm sure Ed is smiling with us today as we recognize Luann.
She has a collaborative spirit, and she has this, like, what are we going to do about that? And it's not that she doesn't stop, but what are we going to do about that? And just the way she has her passion and how she's really taken that passion of hers and turned it into sustainable programs.
Julie and I have known each other in various capacities, and I think that's interesting because Julie was a graduate nurse when I was first admitted to psychiatric unit and was very ill. And then later, Julie was a nurse in the partial hospital program that I was in, was probably less ill and was moving towards recovery at that time with supports. And then later on, as I moved into doing advocacy at NAMI, Julie had I don't remember her title, but a very high position at St. Luke's Hospital in Racine. And we worked together. And she was a great advocate for individuals with mental illness, particularly in the facility that where she worked and had supervisory position there. And so I could reach out to Julie for advocacy, and she was always there. I had a pager number. I could call in the moment and say, hey, fix this right now. And Julie would respond. So it's interesting to me that we went from her knowing me as someone who was very ill and me knowing her brand new to the profession, and we had this evolution of our experiences leading up to this time when she felt that she could nominate me to honor my work. So I want to honor Julie as well for her work and how she helped make my work easier and help change the psych unit to help people who live with mental illness as well.
Luann has, to me, been one of those people that has absolutely just blossomed. I've seen her grow not only personally, I've seen her grow professionally, and I see her leading for us in Racine just all those system and policy changes. She was the first person that came to mind that really came out and started talking about recovery and sharing her story of recovery and giving people hope, and that, you can do productive things in your life. And even though you may have some challenges with your mental health issues, you're still able to forge forward and make a difference for everybody. And so I kind of just see her as that pioneer person.
I'm really honored to receive the recognition in memory of Ed, but more so that we do remember Ed and all the work that he did and the people that surrounded him that did that work along with him. So I think that he made a lot of positive changes for all with mental illness and other disabilities as well. I think that his legacy lives on. Again, I'm very honored. And, I didn't know Ed for the entire 23 years of my experience as an advocate and trying to change the system, but I knew of his work. And then we did have a period of time where we worked together and did have conversations about sharing our passion for that education, getting that education, encouraging people that live with mental health issues to get the education, to believe in them, that it is possible, that recovery is possible for everybody. And I think that believing in people and seeing those role models that are able to do that are so important.
Thank you very much to Julie for recognizing the efforts of Luann as a fierce advocate for the community. Luann, thank you. You are an inspiration to all of us, and we are so grateful to have you as part of our community. I would also like to add a special thank you to the award committee, who supported the creation of this award and reviewed all the nominations.
Movin Out continues to advocate for the legacy that Ed shared with us during his lifetime, a community where all are able to find affordable housing solutions. Please consider a donation today in honor of Ed and Luann to support Movin Out's mission.